you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another episode. Today, as you can tell in description, we're doing another DEVCON. I know you guys have seen a lot of controversy, people talking about the DEVCON versus block guard, and we're actually going to test it again. Last time we had a motor that we did the DEVCON to. I don't think we recorded it after it was done. I don't think we got to test it for you guys. Actually, one of them we did, the nitrous LS motor like 2 years ago. That one was tested, and we ran some passes with that, but this one we're actually going to push as hard as possible and see its limits and see what it can actually handle. So same stuff is needed if you've seen the last video. I'll go ahead and I'll put that up there in the description if you want to watch the first one. That'll be like in-depth, everything. If there's anything in this video that we don't cover, make sure to check out that video as well. So we went ahead and got the essentials. We got the granulated sugar, we got the DEVCON, and then we got plastic bags. That way we can mix it all together, put it in, and then cut the corner, and then kind of squeeze it out like we're baking a cake. First thing you guys are going to want to do is get the block nice and clean. We got Bryan in his house. We're going to go ahead and get the block nice and clean. Bryan already went ahead and did that. Once you get that clean, wash it off real good, and then we're going to go ahead and start with the granulated sugar. Bryan actually did something that was pretty cool. He put a rag in here so that way we can see like right to where we're going to put the sugar, kind of like just a marker. That way we know once that's covered, we're good and we're not going to get into the water pump. So a lot of times people have issues with their water pump, and that'll be because they put it too far down and it starts having cooling issues and it overheats. That's really the only issue I've ever seen running the DEVCON. So just make sure you don't do that. Just make sure it's right there. And also, once you take the water pump off, you'll be able to see that it's clear. You don't see DEVCON in here, and we'll do that once it's all finished. That way we can show you guys. But anyways, enough of me talking, and let's go ahead and get to work. All right, now Bryan is going to evenly distribute the sugar all the way around, and once he gets it in there, if it looks like it's not even, we're just going to use a little something to push it around with and make sure it's all flush as possible. All right, now Bryan's just evening it all out, trying to get as even as possible. That way it's nice and even amount of DEVCON all the way across. Now we're gonna go ahead and do some mixing here. So it's really straightforward. You just take all this stuff out, take all this out, and mix it. So we're just gonna put it on a piece of cardboard and go ahead and do some mixing. We got the good old bag. We're gonna put it in and do basically the same thing like how we did the sugar. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, you got 5 minutes once you got it all mixed together for it to activate and start hardening. So try to work as fast as you can once you got it out. And it is, sometimes you are gonna waste some, so you wanna get as much as you can into the bag. That'll be super important. That way you make sure you have enough. You always want more than not enough.
Seguro. Qué revolú.
Alright, now we're just gonna make it like Betty Crocker. Like baking a cake. I'll push down to the bottom.
¿Hacía bizcocho antes? Te quedó bobo, ¿eh? Cabrón, queda justo. ¿Viste?
So the DEVCON is in. We're just going to let it sit here and dry for a little bit. Then I will go ahead and flush all of the sugar out of it. And we'll come back, put the head gasket on, and drill all those holes out.
Ahí está por completo.
We're going to go ahead and start marking it up so we can get these holes drilled in the DEVCON. We didn't want to mess this head gasket up because we just have one, so we're just going to use a marker, mark all of the spots real fast, and then go ahead and start drilling them through. Do make sure that you remove the sugar first, because if you don't, you'll see in the video a long time ago, once you drill in, you're just going to be pulling all that sugar through, so you don't really want to have to sit there and clean all the sugar out of it, and just makes more cleaning later down the road. So Brian's going to go now and just start marking all these little coolant passages. We got all the holes drilled out. DEVCON is complete. Really just got to start getting this motor built. And me and Bryan are actually thinking about maybe coming in tomorrow night and just start getting the block all assembled and put all back together. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. As always, go ahead and like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
If you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.